What's up, guys? This is Citrus here, and welcome to This is Gaming News for the week of July 18th. This week we have speculation surrounding PlayStation 6, Concord first impressions, controversy surrounding the once human TOS terms of service, and a full build of Space Marine 2 which is leaked online 2 months early. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to click that like button, and if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. Now let us start off with the company that's known for being wrapped up in gaming controversy. The developer Nexon is known for its controversy in the gaming industry, from being fined $10 million for scamming its players in MapleStory, or attempting to sue the game Dark and Darker for their assets. Once again, they have come under scrutiny. The new looter shooter First Descendant by Nexon has seemingly copied their icons straight out of the popular game Destiny 2. With the icons being a barely changed version of the icons found in Destiny 2. While similarities are bound to happen, there is no denying the striking similarities, and it does appear as they are straight up copied from Destiny 2, allegedly. The developers of First Descendant have responded by saying, quote, "We have taken the concerns raised seriously and decided to make adjustments that ensure the imagery that may appear similar clearly reflects the unique identity of our game. We will continue to improve the game for our fans of the looter shooter genre." End quote. While this typical PR comment didn't say much or admit any wrongdoing, it's safe to say Nexon and First Descendant will be under heavy scrutiny going forward, especially from Bungie. Nickelodeon All Star Brawl player base skyrockets 35,000% after being added to the Game Pass service. Last week, the Smash Bros. Style fighting game Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 was released on the Xbox Game Pass service, which has reportedly massively spiked the player base of this dying game. Data shows that there is a 34,744% player base climb. While the numbers seem insane, a quick look at SteamDB shows the game with on average 70 to 100 players. And while this doesn't include console players, we can estimate that the player base skyrocketing from around 100 players to around 35,000 players. The report comes from True Achievements, which has calculated the player base count increase using information from 2.4 million Xbox accounts collected by Game Insights. PlayStation 6 speculated to release in 2027. This information comes from an official Microsoft court document as part of the Activision Blizzard acquisition. By the time SIE launched the next generation of its PlayStation console, which is likely to occur around Redacted, it would have lost access to Call of Duty. The date is redacted here, but sleuths online have connected the dots between this and the deal Microsoft has offered Sony to keep Activision Blizzard games on PlayStation consoles until 2027. That would suggest that, at the earliest, Microsoft didn't believe a new PlayStation would come before 2027. Concord Open Beta receives a mixed reception. This past weekend, the new Overwatch-style hero shooter by PlayStation, called Concord, had its first open beta, which allowed players to get a sneak peek of what this game will be like, with many having a very mixed reception on the game. Popular YouTube reviewer SkillUp says that after 10 hours of gameplay, the game, quote, "Concord feels overpriced and unready." He calls it a Temu version of Guardians of the Galaxy, end quote. This echoes the sentiment of many players online, comparing it to Overwatch 2, which is an entirely free-to-play game, saying that Concord should also be free to play, at least for PlayStation Plus subscribers, as the game does nothing new and is just another hero shooter clone, albeit a very good looking one. Digital Foundry recently commended the game's technical side, saying that the game ran very well with no issues at all. Animations and models are very well done and high quality, and there was next to no shader stutter, which is surprising coming from an Unreal Engine 5 game. Next up, we have Once Human Terms of Service concerns. Once Human, an FPS crafting survival game which has recently released on Steam for free, has given massive backlash by the community for its terms of service. However, Thor of Pirate Software, a popular Twitch streamer and with experience in the privacy software industry, responded to these allegations with a Twitter post saying, quote, "For all the people currently freaking out about the once human privacy policy, the general internet has warped this into a demanded requirement and a privacy issue. It is not. These are only sent to the company when required by applicable local laws. That is why it says receive from you and also as required by applicable law." End quote. The once human devs also had time to sit down with Pirate Software over a Discord call, to which he was able to voice his concerns about the gameplay of the game itself. The issues covered are 1. The mandatory seasonal resets where you lose all of your progress. 2. Item drops, which cannot be repaired, meaning they are only temporary and feels very bad. 3. Cosmetics purchased for real-world money are currently only per character, and they should be account-wide instead. He goes on to say that the devs were very receptive to this feedback and open to hearing and listening what the players have to say. This is very important in a time where developers commonly disregard and ignore their audience. And in our final story, the entire game of Space Marine 2 has leaked online. The upcoming video game Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 has leaked online in its entirety, featuring a fully playable build start to finish. However, the devs have said, quote, "We are asking everyone to avoid this unfinished build, which is nearly a year old, and to not spoil the game for those excited to experience it for the first time at launch." End quote. Space Marine 2 is scheduled to officially release on the 9th of September. That's all the news for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Be kind to yourselves. This is Citrus. Out.